I've been coyote hunting for roughly around 6 years. And if I ain't hunting, I'm hanging out with my family. That's about all I do.
So if you had to describe your hunting style in 3 words, what would they be?
The first word I'd probably go with is entertaining. I hunt with my best friend. I've known him since I've been my whole life. We're out there cracking jokes on each other. You don't want to miss with me or him in the truck because we're going to make you feel kind of bad about yourself by the time you're done hunting with us. Unless we're in tournaments, which would bring me to my next word, competitive. I hate to lose. Don't like to lose in anything. I put a lot of time and effort into my hunting, so I take it kind of serious when we're in tournaments and stuff. And my last word is probably patience. I feel like no matter what you're hunting, patience is like a huge factor. Whether it's learning like a routine for a deer, waiting for the right moment to connect with the deer coming in, or even sitting out in the field hunting coyotes and they're barking off in the woods and you can't get them to come in. Be patient and wait for them to make that mistake to show themselves in the field and make the shot.
That's awesome. That's
the best answer we've had.
yeah, honestly. All right, so what's your go-to rig right now? What is your go-to rifle setup?
Well, I run a Alpha Carbon Fiber AR-10 chambered in a 243 from DNA Firearms. They're out of North Carolina. I got a Silencer Co. Omega suppressor. I put it on a Creetech carbon fiber tripod with a Fiesel ball head. And as of right now, I finally got the DBH D6 on there. So it's kind of nice. The handheld I use is a Titan T6, which is pretty cool itself too with the built-in rangefinder and stuff. Pretty good setup. The DNA Firearms, man, I recommend them to everybody, the gun. It's perfect. Expensive, but nice.
It's like a lightweight setup too. Something.
Yeah, it weighs like 7 pounds.
That's awesome.
Yeah, that's really good.
The DBH weighs more than the gun.
I was gonna say, like, I feel like the optic there is a little bit more than that.
All right.
All right, so how did thermal or night vision change the way that you hunt?
Honestly, we started coyote hunting with red and green lights. And we'd go out and we'd sit beside each other, and I swear we'd hear coyotes all the time, but we'd never see them. And I'm like, man, we suck at this sport. But then finally got a hold of a thermal, and it's game changer. I mean, you can see better at nighttime than you can in daylight. So them coyotes step out in the field, they're done.
All right, cool. So what are your favorite features of your RIX setup right now? And what do you think more people should take advantage of?
Well, on the DBH, I kind of like the green laser pointer to find the coyotes in high grass, crop fields. Got a story to tell if you got a minute.
Absolutely.
So first night out with the DBH, we call in a coyote, peel it about 200 yards. I'm so excited to use this green laser. I start hitting all kinds of buttons, can't figure out how to get the laser turned on. Finally get the laser turned on, go get the coyote, go to the next call in a quad. Me and my buddy do our countdown. I shoot at my coyote, 4 or 5 feet off, I see dirt flying up. I'm like, oh my, so I keep shooting. I'm like, there ain't no way I can be that much off. So my buddy actually shot good. He got the whole quad by himself. But moral of the story, I was ready to throw the DBH down over the hill on my gun, but when I hit the buttons, I must have changed my zeroing setting to a different zeroing setting, so it was completely off. You should know your thermals before you get using them.
Tea time, gotta know those buttons. 9 and 12 for the laser pointer.
Yeah.
That's good. That's good. I like that. All right. So aside from that, right? So what are some common mistakes you see new hunters making with thermal gear, and how can they avoid them?
I wouldn't see them making so much mistakes as with the gear, but we've seen when we first started, I feel like there was no coyote hunters. And now there's so many guys that think you can just go buy a thermal, go buy a call, go out into a field every night, same field, play every sound you got on your call, and make the dogs call wise. And it makes it harder for us guys that actually take the time, try to learn the coyotes, try to learn the grounds, and call them in and kill them. So I think they should learn more about coyote hunting instead of just thinking it's real easy and going out there and just hitting a button on the remote and they run in and you shoot them. But other than that, I don't see really no issues.
But along those lines, that walks us right into the next question. So what's going through your mind when you're going into a hunt? Like, how do you set up for one, and how do you get into the spot where you know you're going to get your shots?
Like I said, we hunt northeast Ohio, so we don't have the 600-700 yard shots at every field we got because we got a lot of hills. So I'm usually the passenger. My buddy drives all the time, and scan the field before we even get out of the truck because sometimes you roll in and there's coyotes in the field. But if not, you get out, we set up everything. We try to get to the best vantage point of where we can see and where we think the coyotes are going to come from. Make sure we have a pretty good backdrop so we ain't skylined by the coyotes. Try to make a call, and if we get them to come in, me and my buddy, I always hunt with my buddy. I don't ever hunt solo. I hunt with me and him all the time. And we count down where there's one coyote come in or two. We had better luck with crosswinds, not no wind at all or anything like that. If they come in, we do our little countdown. I usually aim for the front shoulder of a coyote, unless we're having fun and we go for headshots, but more than likely we go for the front shoulder and try to squeeze without pulling on the trigger, and hopefully you see it fall in the thermal.
So
Easy mode.
that kind of nixed my next question. We were going to ask about solo or group hunting, but we know you like going out with the homies.
Oh yeah, listen, he likes to take people outside because he owns his own BW Whitetails of Ohio. He owns his own deer hunting, so we got all that land that we can hunt. But he's always trying to take people, and like I said before, my gun's pretty expensive, and you get 3 people in a truck. You're tripping over everybody's gear. My gun's too tall to fit in the gun rack. So, my gun's got to just lay on the back seat. So who knows what's happening to it in the back seat. And he knows I can't stand to hunt. When he pulls up and he's like, hey, we're going to take this guy out, I'm like instantly mad. It's just when you get hunting with a bunch of other people, man, you don't know everybody else's routine, where I know our ins and outs of everything we do.
Mm-hmm.
Absolutely. What would you recommend to somebody for their first thermal, whether it be monocular, scanner, rather, or scope? What do you think is a good first thermal for somebody?
Well, I mean, if you're me, I feel like you get what you pay for. So I've looked through some ones, and heck, I've been not happy with some of them by just trying to identify different things. But depending on what you're using it for, like I said, I'm from Ohio, so we got big white-tailed deer. So when they got velvet on their antlers, I mean, if you ride around at night, you can look and find the big ones and then go ask for permission to hunt. But I mean, if you're using them just for coyote hunting, not as a sport, just for like fun, I mean, I love the Leaps, the Leap 3s and the Leap 6s. I think they're awesome scopes. And now that they added the rangefinder in with them, makes them even way cooler.
A lot of positive feedback on the Leap unit. That's a good one. It's good to know. It's good to have. Thank you.
That's actually, before I became part of RIX, I had a Leap 6 on my own. So that's what people always ask me. They're like, oh, you're biased. You're ProStaff for RIX. And I'm like, well, actually, I had RIX before I became ProStaff. So when I messed up on the DVH, I told my buddy, I was like, man, I'm switching back to the Leap. I never had no issues with that. But it's just I don't know it yet, I think. I need to get some adjustments and figure out the buttons.
It's got like 4 extra buttons than the Leap does. So, I mean, I'm with you on that one.
Right.
All right. So what is your opinion overall on about the hunting community, and what do you wish would evolve?
I think hunting's more about like tradition and respect and doing things like the right way. I'd love to see like the community evolve towards like emphasizing like ethics and responsibilities, making sure people hunt safely and respect the wildlife. Like I see people out there shooting things they shouldn't be shooting with thermals, and I think it's a cheat code. I mean, and passing on all your knowledge to the next generation so they know about the tradition.
That's awesome. That seems to be a standard as well so far with the ProStaff. A lot of guys they respect the sport. It's not like a bunch of dunce cappers running around with thermals.
Bunch of guys that are just excited to go outside and shoot things.
Yeah.
Right.
Doesn't matter what it looks like.
Yep.
That was my cat. Like, nah.
Who cares?
All right. So have you heard of any, or do you know of any myths in the thermal world that drive you crazy?
Well, I mean, personally, I feel like everybody in Ohio, again, got big deer. I feel like everybody, if if you got a thermal, everybody's like, oh, you just got a thermal, you shoot your big deer at night. And it's more than likely jealous guys that just never killed a big deer, so they ain't got nothing else to say good for you. But they don't realize like the time and the effort, and I mean, we're allowed using corn, so the pounds of corn we use, and it's kind of like a bad thing. I shot a big deer in 2020 and it got investigated by the state game warden. Somebody had the deer on their property and I ended up shooting the deer on another guy's property, and he turned me in for saying I used the thermal and all this stuff, so it got investigated and clean swipe. Went and talked to the farmer that I hunted on and all that. So it's just, it kind of takes the fun out of every time you shoot something big, everybody's going to blame you that, oh, you used the thermal.
Because they didn't.
Because they didn't, exactly. Like they think because they own 50 acres that deer is going to stay on their property and not go to anybody else's property.
Yeah, no, I mean, especially, you think about it, right? The unit costs $5,500, something like that, right? And you save up, you invest in that unit, and you use it for what it's used for, and you just can't win.
Right. When I go out in the field, I got roughly 20,000 in my setup, and it's like, yeah, I'm gonna go shoot a deer, so it ruins all my fun, and they take my gun and stuff away. Makes no sense.
I spent half a year putting this rifle together, sparing no expense, and I just want to go throw it in the trash. That seems like a great idea.
Just because somebody's jealous they didn't get the deer.
All right, so that leads me to my next one. Bucket list, hunt and location. If you had any animal you could get, any place you wanted, what would it be?
Hyenas in Zimbabwe. I think it'd be so much fun to hunt something that's hunting you at night instead of just a coyote that's scared of you.
Oh, yeah.
I think that would be a blast, and hearing them things laugh at night. I mean, coyotes just itself barking around you, get your hairs sticking up. I could only imagine a hyena coming after you.
Yeah.
Yo, that's terrifying to even think about. Like,
as you're camping, you hear it, like, I'll get your ass.
Josh is made of something different, bro. Like,
puts me on the same level as what I'm hunting. They're hunting me as well. See who wins.
That's pretty rad. That's high stakes. What is your favorite thermal palette? Are you a white hot, black hot kind of person, or?
Well, if it's a long open field, I kind of like black hot a little better. But I feel like if it's more high grass, more trees area, I like white hot. But since that green color palettes came out.
The green again.
3 for 3, man. I only asked the question right now, and I led you with this one too. Like the other guys, I just asked them what they liked best, right? I led you to the white hot, black hot this time, and you still went for the green. That's actually really cool for us to hear. The new palette's doing well, and it seems to be a big hit.
Yeah, green's my favorite color, and looking through the scope, it just looks so cool. So I think that's why I use it. But I love it.
Awesome.
I just started using it a couple months ago, but I've been locked on the green for a while.
All right, so when you guys go out, do you prefer gas station snacks or do you guys like home packed snacks?
She'd be mad if I didn't tell you guys. My buddy's mom, during tournaments, makes killer pepperoni rolls. And any tournament we're in, I always go and I'm like, listen, Pam, you got to make us some pepperoni rolls for the tournament. So during tournaments, we get pepperoni rolls, but obviously we still get the gas station snacks. My go-to snack is cowtails. I'm a big cowtail fan. I'll buy like 20 of them before we go. And obviously Red Bull. Got to keep yourself awake at night.
20 of them, like, that's awesome. All right, perfect. All right, yeah, and you know what? I mean, any mom named Pam is destined to make really good food.
Oh, they're awesome, man. If I ever get to meet you guys, I might have her pack you up some. That's how good they are.
That'd be lit. We're down. We're down. All right, man. So if you had the choice, what is your preference between hogs and coyotes?
Well, I'm from Ohio, so I don't have no hogs. So I've never hunted hogs, which I think is a disadvantage for me in getting videos and materials. All I got here to hunt is coyotes. So I feel like hogs are a little easier.
I was gonna say, I feel like if you're picking off coyotes, like you're shooting at smaller targets that are generally more agile. I want to say.
There seems to be less of them in packs too.
Yeah.
Like you're always seeing 10
a little bit.
Yeah, it's like you see 2 hogs and then you can see like 10 or 15.
30 hogs running around together. You just start blasting wildly into the field,
like
and you'll hit
first.
something, like.
Right. But I'd love to hunt them. don't get me wrong. I'd love to hunt hogs, which I hope so. But like I said before, my daughter plays every travel sport imaginable, and I got a 14-year-old freshman daughter that plays every sport imaginable. And I just started over. I got a 7-month-old boy, so I'm kind of busy. Yeah.
Hunting.
I can't get my daughter to hunt. She used to go coyote hunting when she was young. We used to make her drag the coyotes. Maybe that's why she don't go with us anymore.
To have kids, they said they'll do your chores. They said. All right, man. Well, that is all the questions that I have for you. Is there anything that you would like to add on top?
No, we pretty much covered everything.
Thank you so much for your time today. Thanks for hanging out with us. And yeah, we'll give you a tag and we'll shoot you the link whenever we get this video posted.
Alrighty, I thank you guys.
Take it easy, man.
Have a good one.
You too.
Later.